Well, good morning from Gorham. We are walking to town right now from the town and country. We gotta go to the post office and also get breakfast. And then Peeps, Canis, Peta, and Ember's friend is gonna drive us from the post office back to trail again, which is great. So thanks in advance, Peeps. Also, sadly, stickers and my Mary Poppins umbrella are making their way home today in the package I'm sending my husband. I'm also sending back like a few other extraneous items that I haven't used them in a while, and at this point I just really need to save weight. So I have a bare bag now, it's just a dry bag. Don't know if I intend to hang it or not. It's never usually an issue up here, so needless to say, my backpack does actually feel more like my summer weight, which means it's lighter. So, sorry, this is a really busy road. We're gonna try and tackle the Wildcats today. We're trying to do 10 plus, we have a really late start, so I don't know how it's gonna go. And my ankle's not feeling so great, but we're gonna make it work. We got places to be, things to do, people to see, and Maine to visit. So we'll see how today goes. Hopefully it doesn't rain, it's really overcast. Well, we're back on trail again, and still next to a road, and it's super cloudy, and we hooked up with Meow, and I weighed my backpack, and it's 34 pounds, fully loaded with almost a full 2 liters of water on board. So I'm much happier with that. Today's Wildcats Day, so wish us luck. We'll be collapsing our trekking poles about a mile in, and doing some hand-over-hand rock climbing. It's gonna be great. Yeah, we're not even to the hard stuff yet. Wowzers. Well, we all stowed our trekking poles, and now the fun begins. Also, there's a great view from up here, and a lot of road noises. So far, Wildcats has been a fun bouldering adventure, and now we're adding stairs just to space things up a bit. At least we're getting views today. We're doing a lot of work today. I don't think there's actually anything less than 100% humidity in the whites, so we're sweating a lot too. It's a little bit vertical, to say the least. I wish that my videos could translate how steep these are when I look at them from the bottom up, but alas, it is only 2D. Although, this may help. Oh, we gotta go up dat. This is normal in the Wildcats. Wildcat, and we actually have views. We found something better than day hiker. It's the smell of this forest right here. It's so good. It smells like Christmas. I love it. I love it when the boards are just, you know, so stable and unsunken and useful. Oh wait, that's none of them in the whites. This is the second Wildcat Peak, and I'm pretty sure that's Carter Notch Hut down there. That's where we're headed. According to Far Out, it is, and I quote, directly down. So this should be interesting. At least we've got beautiful views. Wow. I love the amount of mica that there is. It makes it look like it's sparkling, like somebody had a glitter party on the way down. It's fantastic. Carter Notch Hut sits right next to two lakes, and this is the second one, and they're both beautiful. There's Carter Notch Hut there. That's where we came from. And wow, what a view. We're not even at the top yet. Well, we are camped on top of Carter Dome, which is right above Carter Notch Hut. And there used to be a fire tower up here, so there's a lot of more like open space, and there's some stall sites in the trees. So we're camped up here in any space that we can find. So it's our tramley, and then Struggle Bus, Bubba, and JJ are up here as well. I think Rainbow Tiger and Meow actually probably made it to Imp if I had to guess. But man, the Wildcats were tough. It was a lot of work. It was a lot of uphill. It was a lot of like rock climbing, except we had 34 pounds on our back and we didn't have rock climbing shoes. But thankfully it was mostly dry, which was like, it doesn't sound like much, but for our experience in the whites, like stuff being dry is actually incredible. And we got some really, really stunning views today. We were like, oh, this is what we've been missing in the whites, because we haven't had them for days. So it was really rewarding doing those climbs and actually getting those views. I think how much I like and dislike the whites depends a lot on the weather and the fact that there are not views. So definitely was excited to have views today. Actually really enjoyed doing the Wildcats and Carter Mountain. But yeah, it was really hard. And we didn't leave town until 9:45. Or we didn't get on trail until 9:45 because I had to do a whole run around the post office because I mailed home stickers and a few other items and my umbrella, and the post office didn't have any boxes that would fit my stuff. So then we started asking around random restaurants and local businesses to see if we could find a box. Couldn't find any boxes. And finally, Peeps was like, oh no, it's fine. I'm going home tomorrow. Like, just give me your stuff. I'll mail it home for you. Just give me the address. And I was like, you are truly an angel. So thank you, Peeps. You saved us. You really did. But yeah, we only did 7 miles today. We were going to do 13. So tomorrow's going to be a 14-mile day. But Wheelwell told us yesterday when he saw us that like the worst of it is behind us now in the Wildcats and the Carter. So I'm hoping we get some really good views tomorrow. I'm hoping we don't freeze tonight though, because it's really windy up here and it's really, really cold right now. Hence why I'm, full turtle mode in my puffy. So yeah, and my ankle did pretty well today. It definitely started feeling very taxed by the end of the day today. So I took a lot of ibuprofen and I hiked in a brace all day. So I think that helped it a lot. Also, I wanted to give you guys a quick review of the huts because Carter Notch is actually the last hut in the whites. So the huts charge $177 for a bunk. And it's just a bunk. You have to bring your own sleeping gear. They have bathrooms with their composting toilets. They have sinks, but they're only cold water, and they have no towels, so your hands are just wet after you wash them. They have water filling stations. The $177 gets you a bunk, breakfast, which is basic, and dinner, which is delicious. The huts make it's way too much money for the limited services they provide. That's my opinion of it. They also, and that's what they expect through hikers to pay too if you want to stay at a hut. The dungeon at Lakes of the Clouds, where a lot of through hikers stay, is really a dungeon. It's very wet. It's extremely cold. and it's supposed to be an emergency use shelter only, but they basically like rent it out like it's floor space. I think they should have left it as an emergency use shelter personally. But I will say the snacks and drinks that you get at the hut, super cheap, like a few dollars for very generously sliced baked good, $1 for coffee, tea, or lemonade, or hot cocoa, and then like $4 for a bowl of soup, $2 for refills, $1 for bread. And honestly, like the soups and breads are fantastic at the huts. The baked goods have been excellent. So definitely a great deal for through hiking, because I can get, I can spend $7 and get two very large bowls of soup and a pretty generously sliced piece of bread. So also the work for stays, really, really fair. Most of them don't even require the full 2 hours. We got one at Lakes of the Clouds, which we didn't think we would get. So it's not terribly difficult. A lot of if everybody who wanted to do a work for stay, I think was pretty much able to get it, at least in our bubble. But yeah, so the huts, I wish they cost less for the bunk, because it's really not fair to charge that much money for that. But they were very useful to us, and I was very grateful that they were there on days like when we went over Washington. Like, we needed to be inside in Madison Spring Hut and get hot food in us, because we were borderline hypothermic. So very, very grateful for that. Also, the crews are amazing, and they're very physically strong people, because we saw multiple times the crews packing in and out on those external frame backpacks, and it's pretty incredible. So definitely think the huts and the whites are a money grab, but they are well placed, and I appreciated the food and being able to go in them. So that's my review, such as it is. And we're going to try to get some rest tonight. We've got a big day tomorrow, but we'll be back in town again tomorrow night. We're going to be back at the Libby house in AT Hostel in the barn, with all of our friends, and hopefully eating all you can eat Chinese food and or pizza and or some variation of ice cream. So yeah, but here's to a good night, and good night to you all.